mean. So is it your first time being here in Germany?
No, second time.
Okay. What did you do the first time?
I attended a convention, actually. Yeah.
What was the convention called?
Dark Days, I believe.
Dark Days, okay. Dark Days.
Dark Days.
No wonder that they invited Robert LaSardo. I mean, I really, really loved you seeing in Nip Tuck. And the most important question is In the Air Tonight really your favorite song? Was it In the Air Tonight that you liked in the movie?
I tell you, ironically, when I was a young man, a very long time ago, actually, when I was a teenager, there was a song, I think, by Gary Newman called Cars. Was it Gary? I used to listen to that song all the time and I loved it. Then years later, if anybody would have told me that would have been Escobar Gallardo's theme music in Nip Tuck,
yes.
I never would have believed it. So I used to sit in my car listening to that song. Just, when you find it, when there's a song you like, it kind of just makes you travel. Like if you listen to Jimi Hendrix, right? You just want to like fly into the sky, man. You want to meet Jimmy. You want to go over the rainbow and just take a flight with Jimmy. Well, when I used to listen
that occasionally happens if you don't wake up in the morning.
And without drugs too. Just the music alone. But my point is, a million years later, is that when I heard this song, Cars, I would fantasize about all kinds of things because there's something about the synthesizers, the sound of the music, in Cars. Dun, 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 dun. It's a good thing I don't have to make my living singing, yeah? The point is that I fell in love with this song. So fast forward into the future. Here I am on Nip Tuck and playing a character named Escobar Gallardo, and the theme music is Cars. So there's the story.
That's coincidence, and I mean,
very interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, it was so queer. Such a bad guy in Nip Tuck. Da war wirklich ein super Bösewicht und liebte In the Air Tonight und trommelte so rum. Dadam, 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 dam, dam. That was such a queer moment. Was it in the script, or did you add something?
Well, look, I'm not gonna remove the genius of Ryan Murphy, the creator of the show. I think that when you work with someone like that, or anyone who has insight, who's fearless in the way they create a show, a concept, and manifest, you collaborate with them. They tend to allow you more room to improvise. But I would say, to answer your question specifically, most of the stuff that we did was scripted. There's very little room for improvisation, but because you're dealing with someone who understands the creative process, there's more room to explore in rehearsal. And so when the cameras start rolling, amazing things happen. Amazing.
Then you are Gallardo.
It's a bit of I would say it's a bit of a possession, You incarnate, you manifest. It's a kind of a channeling. You don't get into the character gets into you.
Ooh, I come over here. I'm so far away here. I mean, you very often play the bad guys and Latino bad guys.
No.
But occasionally you play Latinos.
No, I don't agree. No, the characters just, I think, are just ordinary men placed in extraordinary circumstances, a bit tortured sometimes, and they're, I think, working out
tattoos.
Tattooed, and I think working out some psychological difficulties.
Yeah. Okay.
So to say bad, I don't know. I tell you this, I don't judge the character.
Yeah.
I don't judge them.
And society needs more acceptance for these people.
Well, yeah, and there's also prisons to kind of keep those people, in check if they don't take their meds that day.
I mean, this is the right moment to talk about Death Race, right?
Death Race. Yeah, I think I remember this film. Yeah. Wait a minute.
You had to
kill me.
Bam.
The end. Roadkill.
Yeah. I think we can put this into the interview, the favorite scene. Yeah. How did you get into that movie?
I was kidnapped, actually, by the producers. I was walking down the street and van rolled up and they just threw me in the van, and next thing I know, I woke up and I was in Montreal, Canada.
Oh, in that kind of prison, right?
In prison, yeah. And they agreed to pay me some money, or put some money on my books, the commissary, and as long as I get in the car and ride around and act foolish.
Okay. No 5-star hotels, just the prison, but a cool car.
Yeah, cool car. which of course it cost the production, and this is actual factual, $250,000 to build each one of the cars in Death Race.
Okay.
$250,000, folks. Those are the jokes. No joke.
And how many cars did they need?
They must have wrecked at least a dozen cars in that film. There was no CGI, very little CGI in the original Death Race.
Yes.
So yeah, they built those cars from scratch. And then they just wreaked havoc on them and the audience and just destroyed everything. It was fabulous. It was a fabulous disaster. Yeah.
Did the cars look cool in real, or was it only...
Absolutely, yeah. And I tell you, it was kind of like, you know, when you're a kid, you go to these amusement parks and they strap you in, they flip you around. Well, what they did was they took a piece of the car's structure, they strapped it to a gyro about 30 feet high. They strapped me in and they spun it around. They attached cameras on the passenger side and the driver's side, and they actually spun the car around.
Okay.
So when the car is spinning around and I'm going up, that's really happening. Is that pretty cool?
Okay.
So it's kind of fun.
Was everything okay with you?
Oh, hey, it all depends. If you have an adventurous, youthful spirit, hey, it's like going to the amusement park, and you're getting paid. So it doesn't get better than that. Yeah.
Okay, that makes me jealous. Yes. Talking about the now and the future. What are you doing right now? Okay. Being there for his fans.
Parlor. That's the future. That is the future.
Parlor. Tell me about what it is. When comes it out? Does it come out?
Parlor will be released next year in theaters.
Yes.
And I play a tattoo artist, a bit of an eccentric tattoo artist who comes from a family of artists. And we also have a bit of a side business that's a bit nefarious and odd. Kind of like, I guess you could say, Silence of the Lambs meets Hostel meets The Illustrated Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Explicit lyrics?
And explicit other things.
Woo! That's the stuff we were looking for. Yeah, so this is...
It is a horror film, but it's a really detailed horror film. It's a very in-your-face, old-school 1980s kind of 80s horror film, yeah.
Did you see The Human Centipede?
I actually stepped on it yesterday by accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I survived. And Tom Six is a genius.
Well, Mr. LaSardo, it was so nice seeing you alive.
Until next time, when we meet Lazarus again.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for having you into our show.
My pleasure.
Have a nice time.
And also, all the fans, thank you.
Yeah. Would you do me a favor?
Yeah.
And say something like, "Hello, my name is Robert LaSardo, and you're watching Trashothek."
What is it? Trash what?
Trashothek.
Trashothek?
Yeah.
Trashothek?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Robert LaSardo, and you're watching Trashothek. And this is my brother from another mother.
Yo.
Love ya.
Thank you very much. It was so nice. Thank you very much.
Hi, this is Lisa Wilcox, and you're like...
Yo, this is Fred, the Hammer Williamson.
Hi there, I'm Tito
This is Danny Trejo.
Hi, I'm Tom Savini.
from Tito and Tarantula,
Machete.
And you're watching...
And you're watching. And don't forget to watch
and you're watching
Trash.
Take.
Trashothek.
Trashothek.
Stay tuned, stay with it. Trash back. The Hammer says, watch it.
I don't watch it.